Now, Afrobeat, pioneered by Fela Kuti in the 1960s, is a Nigerian genre that blends Fuji, Juju, jazz, highlife, funk, and soul, characterized by chanted vocals, intricate rhythms, and percussions. Now, Fela became an iconic figure both in Nigeria and globally. But on the other hand, Afrobeats is a 21st century genre that fuses hip-hop, house, R&B, soca, and dancehall, emerging from Nigeria, Ghana, and the UK in the 2000s. It incorporates genres like hip life and Niger beats, high life, with Lagos, Accra, and London as the key production hubs. Now, despite their similarities in names like Afrobeat and Afrobeats, they are totally different. Okay? Now, joining me to explore the true identity of Afrobeats is Nigerian guitarist, musician, music producer, artist, the one and only Fiokee, known for his unique guitar solos and collaborations with top Nigerian artists. Fiokee, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, oh, I'm good.
It's good to have you here. It's good to, if we're talking about Afrobeats, it's definitely good to talk to people who are really in the business, who understand what it's all about. Now, there's been a huge conversation about Afrobeats recently, an identity crisis situation. It seems people don't know, or people have, a couple of people are saying, well, they don't know what Afrobeats is, or they don't know why Afrobeats is the way it is. And talking about the global recognition as well, how the world sees African music and group everything as Afrobeats. What's your take on this, being someone who has been in this industry for quite a while?
My take is that it took us a while for the global system, global bodies to actually identify Afrobeat. So let me say it's a baby step.
Okay.
You have to start from somewhere. You have to start crawling before you start walking, before you start running. So for them to even recognize Afrobeat is one step forward.
Okay.
But they don't know that Afrobeat is just a base. It's just like pizza, like what Burna Boy said. You have other elements over Afrobeat. You can infuse jazz, R&B, high life, and sukus into Afrobeat. So them just categorizing Afrobeat as one genre is what actually Wizkid and others are struggling with. Not that they don't associate with Afrobeat, but they don't want them to actually put us in a box. But to me, I feel like we have to start somewhere first before you start introducing, letting these people know that, okay, no, guys, this Afrobeat you guys are trying to put in one box. We have so many other sound in Afrobeat, and them, the top artists. Because if I have the opportunity, I'll use that platform to do it. But people like Wizzy and Burna that have more international audience, I think they are in the right position to actually start telling these people that we appreciate the fact that you guys actually gave us a platform and a group called Afrobeat, as a genre called Afrobeat, try to give us recognition, but you guys need to look more into the Afrobeat genre. It's not just one particular sound that consists of Afrobeat. We need to actually have a segment for Afrobeat. Once you say Afrobeat as a base, you start sub-genre of Afrobeat. We have sub-genre, we have high life, we have sukus, we have amapiano, we have so many other genre under Afrobeat. So that's my own take. I feel I feel like
there was something you said earlier that I just want to take on. There was something you said about the artists being the ones to let the world know what exactly Afrobeat is. Now, would you blame the international industry for seeing the way Afrobeat is right now because of probably, don't you think that we are not really explaining what Afrobeat is truly in its essence? Or would you say it's because it is being diluted with too many things? There's Afro-funk, there's Afro-pop, there's Afro-hip, there's Afro-that. Don't you think that is a bit confusing as well, that can cause this confusion that we're facing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that Afrobeat is the base. So you can't just put us in that box, Afrobeat, when you have other elements, other subgenres. So now they already gave us this platform, which we never had before. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
We now have Afrobeat segments that they gave us in this Grammys. So let's embrace that first. Like somebody gave you opportunity, gave you a room in the apartment. Yeah. So you have to get into the house first. Then, for me, now separate to some extent to start introducing other ideas. So that's what I feel like. We have Afrobeat now. So let's start letting these people know that Afrobeat is beyond what they see. It's just a base. We have other subgenres. But like you said, maybe might confuse them. But that's the reason why we have people that are representing us internationally to start telling them.
No, then you made mention of amapiano being a genre or a subgenre of Afrobeat, but recently Tyla got an award for the best Afrobeats Award at the VMAs, and people were a bit skeptical about what happened because she was also nominated in that category with Tems, Ayra Starr, Davido, Burna Boy, but she got the award and she went on stage and said she represents amapiano, not Afrobeat. What do you have to say to that?
That's the problem because the Western world, they see amapiano as Afrobeat. You get what I'm saying? So we have a whole lot of work to do. And she denying Afrobeat actually was very, very wrong, because why did you go and receive Afrobeat award and still went on stage and deny it? No, that's very wrong. And it shows that even the organizers need to actually sit back and think about this whole Afrobeat and amapiano genre. Because you trying to bring an amapiano artist to come and contest with Afrobeat artists, very wrong first. And she has already confirmed it that the organizers of the award don't even know what they're doing. They need to separate this thing, and so that we'll face Afrobeat artists.
Okay, so if I could take you back to the incident still up with Tyla that happened at the Grammys, where she was called out for the award, and Fela's Water was played, as to her own song being played at first, and then it was corrected. Don't you think that, like you said there's a possibility that the organizers didn't know about it, but if they could recognize that Fela was like the person who made Afrobeat very global and decided to play that song, don't you think that was an intentional expression to show that, oh, this is the original Afrobeat that we know? So if you're trying to say that you are not totally Afrobeat, then there must be something wrong somewhere. But would you, you can't blame them, do you?
So many comments on social media, X, Instagram, and other platforms. Yeah. I saw when people saying that Tyla is like the industry machine. You know what I'm saying? The big labels machine. Okay. So they are going to do everything possible to actually put her on that spot. So me, I'm not even arguing that, because we are saying that how can you be using one song like that you've been releasing so many years back and be receiving award, because that award they should have given it to either Tems or Ayra Starr. That have been doing that just released albums that have been real Afrobeat. So they bringing Fela music first, playing Fela music first. I don't know the message that they were trying to pass, but I feel like these guys, they're actually confused. They need to actually put them on track to actually let them know what Afrobeat is all about.
Okay, so Fiokee, aside the international recognition now, let's talk about it back home and how much of these Afrobeats are we really projecting? Because you are a music producer, you've worked with different artists in the country and beyond. Looking at how we put our music together, do you think we're really telling the Afrobeat story with our music, those who are doing Afrobeats now?
Coming back to that, I'm one of the people that contributed to the Afrobeat global recognition. Okay. What I'm saying that is, if you listen to the era of 2010 to 2020, like the whole of 2010 to 2020, from Scapegoat by the bands Gobe, Woju, Laye, Kizanio, Thief, Joromi, Smile for Me, Jujuke, Simi, to Adekule Gojorente, Pick Up, Diro, Watch Techno. You see all these songs were his songs. And Ferrari, oh my gosh, Yemelade, they were his songs then, and I was part of the people that created that sound. Like, I'm the spice and follow up Afrobeat. I can tell you that we are trying to make sure that we retain and maintain that Afrobeat culture sound. For some of them, they are trying to do Afro diaspora. I hear some of them say Afro diaspora. So it means you are trying to make sure that you impress the global audience. Now, the reason why they came and I appreciated our sound is because of the originality. If you listen to my latest album that I just dropped last week called Beyond the Guitarist, what I'm even doing the album is because I listened to some of the new Gen Z's, new era artists. They're trying to do everything possible to fly over to that side. There's no way you can beat those guys with their sound. We have to keep that original African sound that made them love us. So in my album, if you listen to my album, I was doing pure Afrobeat, original sound, fusion of R&B, highlife.
So Fiokee, if I should get you correctly, you're saying that most of the artists now are not purely doing Afrobeats anymore. They are trying to appeal to the international audience, so they are taking so much of the Western style of music. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, plenty of them are doing more of amapiano. Some of them are doing too much of. They are trying to be too creative. Yeah, which is very good. It's always good to think out of the box, outside the box. But some of them, they are not retaining that Afrobeat culture sound, which is what really made these people actually classify us as Afrobeat. That's why I'm saying that I'm retaining that Afrobeat culture sound. What I'm saying retaining is have the element of their sound, Afrobeat, every other genre in Afrobeat, which is why this Afrobeat is unique. Because the reason why they love Afrobeat is that they could hear their sound, element of their sound, hear our percussion, hear our traditional sound, and incorporate all these things into one sound. That's the reason why they say Afrobeat is unique. And I'm retaining that.
Okay.
So I feel like our people will need to actually be conscious of our sound, so that we can retain this Afrobeat, so that people won't take it from us. Though they can't take it from us because we understand the sound better.
Okay, thank you very much, Fiokee, for this conversation. I really appreciate it. And like someone who has been in the industry for a while, you said it, people need to really put out our sound and don't dilute too much of it because you want to appeal to the international audience. Thanks for talking to us, Fiokee. We really appreciate it. And because of time, we have to go, but definitely we'll call you back again to have more conversations as regarding the music industry as well. Thanks for your time, bro.